All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 yard.
Ready? Go, go, go. Slam, slam, slam.
6-6. Pull it high. Deep grip, deep grip.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, back up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
At the Browns' 47-yard line.
Ready up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Watch the pass. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. 3 bucks.
5.
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
X3, 218, chop it.
Check 99. Check 99. Watch twist. Watch twist. Wide. Get wide. Check 31.
Leo. Hey, exit.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check curls. Hey, watch it. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Hey, high 7. Hard. Hard.
Operating from the gun. Jones eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Check out.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
It's our time. Check. 53 Mike. Check.
Smooth.
All day, dog. 53's the Mike.
From the gun, here's Love. He finds Riddick complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing on 3rd down. Love. Flushed out right. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taking it about the 16. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Isaiah McKenzie, 67 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Are in. Touchdown. Such an electric play. So much fun to watch. And you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guy's playing it. are really wishing for college rules. Only need to have 1 foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
3rd down and 9.
Ready.
Mike 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Slam.
22 jet bomber.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. It's going to be a long day.
Shoot.
From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Second. Wide. 622.
Watch the screen.
Cross.
Right there. 54. Right there. 50.
Hey, team 6.
Watch the boot. You got motion, man.
Hurry.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied at 7-7.
Wide 40.
So we got man. Whoa. Mike 5-4.
You better be afraid of me. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Got it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Luck on first down. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Johnson. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now it's Edwards. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Check Mike 55.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And he's into the clear. The 30. And he cuts it back right and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Gus Edwards with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run with Edwards. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll run it with Johnson. Johnson, oh, it's poke free. Football's held. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also some...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Right there. 54, right there.
Jones operating from the gun. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Johnson running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5. Hey,
Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, wahoo. Check Mike 54.
A shotgun snap for Rock. Finds a seam inside the 40. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Check back.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
11 feet.
Now Luck. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Again, it's Edwards.
He's checking crack.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Sponge. No.
53's the Mike.
Go. Don't say nothing.
53's the Mike. 53.
Out of the gun, Luck. He's got his tight end, Burton. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Gus Edwards saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Jones got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And a short gain down to about the 33. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Again, it's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Freddie Kitchen's going to push the envelope. His guys will go on 4th down.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check 24, check 24. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the
Alert, alert! Undercrunch, undercrunch, under 12, 12.
Here we go on 4th. Lock. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Mexico, Mexico!
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They go to Johnson again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brian, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wildcard round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There's a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Pull it high.
Big edge, big edge, big edge. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Hit it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check 26. Go.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Oakland, we